So for 2016, yeah, it's all new. The former GLK is now a completely revamped GLC, and this time it's 4.7 inches longer, 2 inches wider, and 3/10 of an inch taller, and with a much more muscular stance. And so today, courtesy of Some Motor Cars in Mechanicsburg, PA, I'm about to check out everything that's new about the GLC300. So let's drive. What's up, you guys? Gold Pony here today in the 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC300. And of course, formerly this car was called the GLK, but what really is the K? It didn't flow with the rest of the Mercedes products out there, so of course Mercedes-Benz changed that to the C, so everyone would know it would be riding on the same platform as the C-Class. But anyways, this one is going to start at $38,950. It will come standard with a rear-wheel drive setup. However, of course, there is the 4MATIC all-wheel drive. The 4MATIC with Mercedes-Benz is going to send power to the wheel that needs it the most, providing you with better traction when you really need it. Of course, when you step up to the 4MATIC, you're also adding $2,000 to the price tag. But either way, the GLC is going to come with 241 horsepower, available at 5,500 RPM, and 273 pound-feet of torque. And that power is going to be made through a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. And the miles per gallon numbers are going to come in at 21 city, 28 highway, and 22 city, 28 highway for the rear-wheel drive. And I do have the 4MATIC today, so that power is going to be sent to all 4 wheels via the 9-speed automatic transmission. And this transmission does come with paddle shifters as well, so I'll be testing them out a little later in the video. But another really cool thing about the GLC, like most other Mercedes-Benz, is it's going to give you the ability to select between different drive modes. And that's going to be done through a button labeled Dynamic, which is just to the left of the touchpad controller. And those drive modes are going to include Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, and Individual. And Individual, of course, you're able to configure your own settings to your liking. Ha! Wow. And so I just had it in Eco mode there. I just switched it over to Sport Plus mode. Instantly it downshifted for me, putting me at a higher RPM, and I had quicker acceleration just like that. And so yeah, the different driving modes are going to alter the shift points as well as the throttle sensitivity and the steering feel as well. And so with the Sport Plus mode I have it in right now, I'm going to have a more sensitive steering feel as well as a more touchy throttle sensitivity. So it's going to accelerate a lot faster with a lot less pressure on the gas pedal. All right, now let's do a little handling test. See how this thing can stick to the road around the corners here. Put in paddle shift mode. Nice. Wow, it's an extremely fast shift on the paddle shifters. I didn't expect that out of an SUV. I mean, I knew typically as far as the cars go with Mercedes-Benz, they do have quick reaction times when it comes to the paddle shifters, but this SUV reacted pretty darn quick too, I'll tell you what. As far as my rear view goes, I can see perfectly fine straight out the back. Now the back 2 corners, there's a little bit of a blind spot like there is with just about every SUV out there, but that is why we have the lane departure warning system, which is the little triangles in the side view mirrors, and that's gonna flash when somebody's to your left or your right, and so therefore you're gonna know not to turn into the person next to you. But another thing I really like about this one, and this is an added option that goes for around $1,500, but that is the panorama sunroof. And it lets in so much more light into this car, which is great for filming videos like I'm doing right now. And of course, more light always gets everyone in a better mood, unless you're a vampire. All right, right now we're gonna do a little 0 to 60 acceleration here. We're gonna see how quickly we can get up to speed. Alright, yeah, this thing feels pretty quick for an SUV. It is definitely enough if you want to merge onto a highway or just have a little fun. So yes, the turbo does work very well. It definitely gives you enough acceleration there. Another thing I really like on this one is the steering wheel. It seems like every Mercedes-Benz steering wheel I've run into, I just love the feel of it. It's a very smooth leather, and the grips on it are a little thicker than some other cars, so I feel like I have a little more control over the handling because of that. As far as the seats go, I do think they're pretty comfortable. It doesn't have any huge bolstering, but this is an SUV, so it's not really meant to go flying around the turns, but they are comfortable, I will say that. All right, you guys, and that is it for the test drive portion of this review. Let's check out the exterior now. So starting up front, there is, of course, the 3-point star front and center, along with distinctive LED daytime running lights and full LED headlights to both sides. And with the lighting package, which goes for $1,500, these headlights will also come with active curve illumination and adaptive high beam assist as well. Then around the side, the GLC comes standard with 18-inch 5-spoke wheels, and there are definitely plenty of wheel options as well, like the 19-inch 5-spoke wheels you're looking at right now, which go for an additional $500. And just above those wheels was the side mirrors, which came with integrated turn signals. And if you're ever parking in a cramped area, when you lock the car, these mirrors mirrors will fold up into the car, making them less likely to be hit by either traffic or pedestrians. And of course, when you go to unlock the car again, those side mirrors will go right back to their previous position. But then working our way up, there's also standard anodized roof rails for carrying bikes, boards, and skis. And around the back, there's LED taillights to match the front, along with a rear windshield wiper as well. But now while I'm back here, let's open up the power lift gate. I will say that with the advanced parking assist package that runs just over $1,500, you can simply kick your foot underneath the rear bumper and it will conveniently open in case you have your hands full. And once open, cargo space comes in at 20.5 cubic feet, and if that's not enough, those back seats did fold down, which then brings cargo volume up to 56.5 cubic feet, which is definitely a good bit of room. And now also I want to mention a couple more things while I'm back here. To start, in order to put those back seats down, all I had to do was press one button located in the trunk, and then they folded down on their own, which I gotta say was pretty convenient. And this button was located on both sides, of course, corresponding with the side of the seat that I wanted to fold down. Then also back here underneath the trunk floor, I found that in place of where I may typically find a spare tire was a spare tire mobility kit, along with a good bit of what looked like hidden storage, which I thought was kind of cool. And also I'll say that the new GLCs do come standard with Pirelli Scorpion all-season run flat tires that can travel for up to 50 miles at 50 miles per hour. So unless you're out in the middle of nowhere, chances are you're going to be able to find a repair shop within 50 miles to have any bad tire swapped out with a new one. But anyways, let's check out the back seats now, because now that Mercedes-Benz has lengthened the size of this one, the GLC is going to add 2.2 inches of legroom compared to the GLK, putting this one at 37.3 inches. And when it comes to this additional space, it certainly makes a difference, because my 6-foot self was certainly able to fit just fine. But while I'm hanging out back here, I did find that the rear passengers had some control over the rear vents, which is always nice, but also there was a fold down center armrest if you didn't have that center passenger. And this armrest did have cup holders built into it, which expanded by simply pressing the button inside. Now let's head up front. And so to start the car, I simply put my foot on the brake and hit the engine start button. And those gauges came finished in a clean black and white look. And as far as finding the perfect driving position goes, the steering wheel was tilt and telescoping, and that driver's seat came as 14-way power adjustable, including 4-way lumbar support, with a memory setting for up to 3 different drivers. And of course, that memory feature remembers not only the seating position, but that steering wheel position as well. And with the GLC I had today, there was also the optional heated and ventilated seats, which comes with 3 different levels of intensity, so you're always comfortable. Then also standard was the dual zone climate control, so that both the driver and passenger can have their own temperature settings. But then these climate control settings are actually going to be displayed nicely and in color on the 8.4-inch screen front and center. And this is where all the tech fun begins. So let me start with, to control everything on the screen here is a mouse-like device and a circular dial, which I found extremely easy to use. And another perk is that the screen above isn't going to get all fingerprinted up, since everything is controlled using the controls below. But anyways, on the screen I could view all the different driving modes, of course. Then also was the audio settings and the vehicle settings as well. And the sweet thing about the vehicle settings is that I was able to change the ambient lighting colors as well if I wanted to. But then of course I could view my average miles per gallon, Bluetooth settings, and the rear view camera, which kind of leads me into safety. And so starting with all the standard features, the GLC300 does come with something called Collision Prevention Assist Plus, which uses radar-based technology to alert you if there is a vehicle approaching ahead or even some stationary objects. And in the event that a collision is likely, it will also assist in applying the brakes as well. But then there's also LED lighting, like I previously mentioned, electronic stability program, rain sensing windshield wipers, and 9-way airbag protection, including dual 2-stage front airbags, combined thorax pelvic airbags for the driver and front passenger, a driver's knee airbag, and side curtain airbags for both the first and second rows. Then there's also the optional safety like active blind spot assist, which comes with the $2,800 driver assistance package. And this driver assistance package also comes with speed limit assist, active lane keeping assist, Distronic Plus with steering assist, cross traffic assist, pre-safe braking with pedestrian recognition, and pre-safe plus, which applies braking when a collision is likely. But in the end, the 2016 upgrade of the former GLK, now GLC, was indeed a massive one, improving on just about everything from a wider track to a longer wheelbase and even larger door openings. And it's all that attention to detail that really make it what it is, a high-class luxury vehicle that is built to last. That's Mercedes-Benz. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay go!